you're going to get a little different view of me than what is on the video going up on YouTube. It's just a slightly different angle. So this B section, right before it, the only new chord that's right before it is this A7 with a sharp 9. Earlier you did an A7 dominant with a flat 9. The 9 is always right here, 2 frets above the root. So in this case, the A is on the 5th fret, the 9th is on the 7th fret on the first string. The first chord called for a flatted 9. So when you see a flatted 9, it's right here, fret above where the root is. This is an A7 dominant with a flatted 9. That's what we had before. To get the sharp 9, you need to take that 9 and move it up a fret. That one's really hard to reach. So what we did with this A7 was, instead of using those 2 fingers to get the 5th and the flat 7th, we barred it and got the 6th fret with your middle finger. That makes it a lot easier to reach this sharp 9, which is the 8th fret. So you have a dominant with a sharp 9. That's A7 sharp 9. Okay. D minor does that for 3 times. And then we have a B flat dominant going to an A dominant. So it just slides down. And then another D minor. Again, 3 times. G7. And then this time, you had a D minor before and a D minor over C. This adds a D minor over C sharp. So it's D minor over C sharp, D minor over C, and then B half diminished. And the E7 alt is just a 7th chord. So here's our E. Here's the 7th chord. We're going to alter that by sharping the 5th. When you see an alteration, it can be either a sharp 5th or a flat 5th, or a sharp 9 or a flat 9. We'll do the easy thing. Here's the 5. We're going to move that up a fret. So the easiest way to do that is move it over here with your pinky. Move it up 1 fret. So your pinky ends up on the 2nd string, 13th fret, instead of that middle finger note. Afterwards, more of the same chords you know. A minor, D dominant, G minor, and C dominant. And then the C section is the exact same thing as the A section, which you've already learned. So as you're coming out of this A section, this line G minor, C7, F major 7. Here's your E diminished, half diminished just like you did before. Here's that A sharp 9. And then D minor 3 times. B flat dominant going to A dominant. And then D minor again 3 times. Here's the G7. And then D minor over C sharp, D minor over C, B half diminished, and E7 sharp 5 is our altered. And then A minor, D7, G minor, C7, and it goes back to what we did before. Georgia, Georgia, that old sweet song. And so on. That's just like the last section. So here is the whole thing. Again, I'm going to do it one more time really slowly. A7, sharp 9, and then D minor 3 times, and then B flat 7, A7, D minor 3 times again, and then G7, then D minor over C sharp, D minor over C, B half diminished, and E dominant, and then A, D7, G minor, and C. I'd put a sharp on that. And back to beginning. So everything's the same. Here's it up to tempo. So you're coming out of this E half diminished, right before the B section, A7 sharp 9. So it's... G minor, G7, D minor, walk down to C sharp, C, you have to finish 7, A, D7, G minor, and C. It goes back to the other part that you had before. So that's everything you need.